And there's my old trusty van. Look what I'm doing to it. Look at that wheel cover. Looks like the wheel covers are salt. Look at my back windows. That's amazing. You think I painted the bumper white? You gotta love it. I guess if you like to travel, you're gonna hit every kind of climate in the world. Look at those wheel covers. You can't even tell what color they are. The front end looks like I painted it white. I'm sitting in the parking lot of the IX Center waiting to go to work. This would be the Great Big Home and Garden Show. Getting a little snow. It's not too cold today. It's above zero. But I got a few minutes to kill. Notice that Ferris wheel. It is going clockwise. This is February 1st. I will take this same shot tomorrow and it will be going counterclockwise. Every other day they change it. Just some trivia. The IX Center used to be called the Cleveland Tank Plant. It's an amazing building. Monday morning, one of the guys is going to take me on a tour down the basement where the general public hardly ever gets to go. I'm here for a big 10-day home show, so I'll get a couple of videos out of this building. I am at the Cleveland Great Big Home and Garden Show. I'm just going to circle here. This is a giant building. So you can see there's anything you'd want to see here. You need a toilet? There's a toilet. You need a siding for your house? Over there, siding for your house. There's Sprint. Hey, there's Sprint right there, and I'm going to slowly pan over here because there's Verizon right over here. There's Verizon. And I'm right next to Dish. But of course, I've got the best looking booth. There's no question about that. There's my booth. I should have shot it when some people were stopping instead of people walking by. Alright, that's all about this. I'm going to get the picture of... Oh, there's someone stopping. Maybe I should go over there and talk to him. February 2nd. Notice how the Ferris wheel is going counterclockwise. There's got to be a reason for that. It's got to be to save the bearings, but I have no idea. This is a huge building. I'm going to drive all the way around the IX Center to get you an idea of how big it is. Because Monday morning, the guard's going to take me on a tour of the basement. This is where the tanks were made. It started out, this is where the B-29 bomber was supposed to be made. And then they ended up just making component parts for it. So they actually didn't make a whole bomber in this huge building. But I've worked this building probably about 10 years. I do a Christmas show here. I do a home show here. But this is totally fascinating to me how huge it is. This is the east. This is the east entrance. Now the west entrance is where the entrance to the home show on the other side of the building. Well, we're right next to the airport up here in Cleveland, so you might notice some of that stuff around us. But it'll probably take me 3 minutes, probably drive around this building. It'll be interesting to see how many minutes I show up on this video. Now here's the back side, and this is where we load in, load out. You can get an idea how big it is here. Gotta watch for all these people in front of me. exhibitors. I'm still a half hour early. I don't have to be in the show until 10 o'clock. It's about 9:30 on Sunday morning. The show starts at 10. I'm still circling the building. Now, I'll be on the west side in just a minute, and that's really the entrance to our home show. And that's where most of the customer parking will be over here on this side of the building. I ought to find out how many square feet this building is, but good grief. And really, the shows that we're in, it basically takes the majority of the floor. So it's a huge show, this 10-day home show. Alright, I'm going to go up here to the entrance. This is where... This is the west entrance right here. I'll stop here so you can get one clean shot without the motion. That's where all the customers come in. Then they come in and they hand me money. Then I have enough money to go on my next adventure. I'm looking at a Boeing Stratofreighter. This is a cousin to the B-29 bomber. The parts were built in this building, the IX Center. I'm looking at a Boeing Stratofreighter. This is a cousin to the B-29 bomber. The parts were built in this building, the IX Center. This sits out front of the IX Center on the south side of it. They wanted to get a B-29 bomber to put on display, but this is the closest plane they could get to the B-29. That's the cousin to the B-29 bomber. The parts were built in this building, and that's the tie-in to it. This is the best part of the video. He's going to take me downstairs and give me a tour on a golf cart. So I'll be we're on the second floor here. So I'll be in the basement floor. And then he told me there's a third floor that I didn't even know about. So you're going to totally enjoy this part of the video. Basement of the IX Center. This down here. What shop is this one called? The woodworking shop?
Yeah, carpentry.
So we're in a carpenter shop. This is the underbelly of the big convention center. These are actual pictures of when this was a tank plant. I'll hold it real steady. Look at that. Look at that. This is what it actually looked like back in the day. Now they built this building in 1942.
That's what they built in there.
Okay. This is what they built in here. Let me get it close enough where I can see the words. All right, this is so cool.
This is the tank test track right here.
You know, I think they could actually make this into a exhibit hall, and I'd pay to come down here. You know,
They don't do tours.
Yeah, but if they did tours, this would be. What was this one called?
That's the test track for the tanks.
Oh, this is outside.
Yeah.
Is that snow or just dirt I'm seeing? It's just dirt I'm seeing, okay.
Yeah, there's runways in there now from the airport.
Oh, okay,
The airport's
okay.
that big.
Well, am I missing anything on that wall behind me or just these two walls?
No, not really.
Let me pass over here again. I'm gonna get up as close as I can. Oh yeah, I gotta get a picture of that. The whole underside, this building is like 2.2 million square feet, and this is the basement of it. And I'm down here in a wood shop. This is underneath the show. This is what it looked like back when it was built. Get as close as I can so you can see it. It's so fascinating. Golly. We are actually on the 3rd floor. Nothing up here. We're just on the 3rd floor riding around. This building is amazing. It's the biggest building I've ever been in. We're riding on a go-kart. If we were walking, it'd take me probably I wonder what it would take to walk through this. 2 or 3 hours? God, it would take forever just to get through. But this is the top floor. There's not much up here.
Yeah, there's another ramp right there.
Okay, another ramp to get out right there.
Yeah. Oh, there's still boats up here.
Wow.
Big place. Each one of these pillars is 50 feet apart.
Each pillar is 50 feet apart. So we could actually count the pillars.
This room here is 400 by 1,000 feet.
This one room, 400 by 1,000 feet?
Yeah, it's 400,000 square feet.
That's just up here. Up here, space they're not using is 400,000 square feet. Let me say that again, 400,000 square feet. Just the space they're not using. I've been here 10 years. I never knew that this third. I'd heard stuff about the 1st floor, the basement, but I never knew there was a 3rd floor. So some of you people are seeing this, you didn't even know it was here.